Taurus, welcome. It is Sachi, and we are here to do some shamanic shifting where we take a look at what your current energy is, look at what your goal is, and then look at how we can take your current energy and transmute it into your manifestation goal. So just a friendly reminder that the top 2 videos with the most likes get a bonus reading, and whichever video gets the most likes does get the extended for free. So remember, if this resonates, to hit that like button. You guys did come in 3rd place for this round, so you were just 1 or 2 away from coming in 2nd place, and like 3 or 4 votes away from coming in 1st. So please remember to hit that like button if it resonates. I would also like to let you know that I'm doing my first ever group alignment if you are interested in participating. It is for people who are going through shifts and changes during this time and need some assistance through the challenges that come with change. There are 8 spots in this group alignment. It consists of a group reading. This is a live group alignment. So I will do a live group reading for the group, and then each individual attendee will get a personal reading about the changes that they are going through and how to overcome whatever obstacles is standing in their way and whatever other message wants to come through, of course. You know, we can always sort of plan what the message is going to be, but sometimes things just want to come through from source that really have nothing to do with that, right? So if you're interested, please check that out. Again, there are 8 spots, and the group alignment will be taking place on May 21st. And yeah, if you're interested, go to my shop and check that out. All right, so this is what came out in the cleansing ceremony, Taurus. Let's hop to it. We had the Fool, Strength, Justice, and 1 of Pentacles. So really good energy here. With the Fool, obviously, there is some sort of new beginning here. In this deck, it's a little bit more positive of a Fool. You know, usually it shows someone who's about to fall off a cliff, but it seems like you're just sort of going on a new adventure. It's kind of like you're taking a new route home or something like that. Like you're just taking a new route, and it feels really good. Look, she's smiling, she's happy. You know, the birds are chirping by her, the squirrels are, you know, chittering near her. So it feels like a renewal energy, a very positive renewal energy. And then we have Strength here, which is great. It means that you are working on repetition. So it feels like you're in a new routine in some sort of way. You may be focusing on your physical strength. In this deck specifically, it points to strengthening things for longevity. As you can see, it's an older gentleman who is jogging. So whatever it is you're working on, whether it's your body or, you know, something else, it is making you stronger for the long run. And then we have Justice here, which she has a bit of a coy smile. So it kind of feels like you're getting what was owed to you in some sort of way, is what it felt like. And with the 1 of Pentacles, that can be monetary sort of thing. But again, there is this emphasis of sort of starting from scratch in some kind of way. It's like you have all the pieces and now you're sort of putting them together. We did have Lunala using Psychic Shot with the Solar Plexus in reverse, or Electric Energy in reverse, Fusion Strike Energy, and and Steel type that wants to hide. So with Psychic Shot, Lunala is the Moon Pokemon. So clearly there's a lot of moon stuff going on, which is emotional energy, emotional regulation. You know, your emotional body is likely activated. And with Psychic Shot, clearly your psychic intuition and gifts have been activated to a higher degree. With the Electric Energy coming out in reverse, this is like Solar Plexus energy in reverse. You may have gone through like an ego death or something like that, or really shed part of, you know, your old sense of self has been shed, is what it feels like. With Fusion Strike Energy, as you can see, this is sort of all the colors of the chakra centers in the Fusion Strike. So it is telling me that your whole chakra centers are really upgrading at this time. It does feel like specifically your 3rd eye is sort of, it went through like a hyperactive moment, right? Like an activation. And your solar plexus sort of went through a not a deactivation, but a recalibration, we'll say. It feels like your 3rd eye went like this, and your solar plexus just sort of like, yeah, reconfigured. And with the Steel type energy, this represents protecting your aura and protecting your energy. So I do feel like you are strengthening your energetic boundaries at this time. So, Taurus, I hope you're doing well. That's what came up in the cleansing ceremony. As I mentioned, we are going to see what your current energy is and then see what your goal is and then see how we can transmute your current energy into your goal. So let's see here what's going on with you currently, Taurus. I did see Queen of Swords in reverse. There may have been some sort of contract that was broken or a contract that you're trying to get out of. Obviously, that's very Mercury retrograde-y. But we do have the 10 of Wands, so it seems like you and someone else are finishing up a cycle. I always say that she has, like, it all. You know, she went to work. She, you know, enjoys her job. She's wearing her nice clothes. She has her purse. She went shopping for her whatever, and now she's coming home to her partner to do, you know, stuff like that. There is something to be said about how late it is, and I do feel there's this energy of time. It's like, yeah, I'm doing everything, but also when I get home, I only have a certain amount of time for myself is kind of the energy that is still disruptive is how I want to describe it. Maybe like discontent. It feels like a little bit of discontent about that. But in general, it does seem like you got it going on in some ways. And then we have, yeah, Knight of Swords in reverse with 10 of Swords upright. So 2 10s, obviously, again, that is the last card, right? 10, it goes back to 1 or 0. So, yeah, so it seems like, again, you're really wrapping up a lot of cycles. With the Knight of Swords in reverse, like I said, I saw that Queen of Swords in reverse, kind of similar energy here. With the Knight of Swords, this is the card that I call the rough draft card. As you can see, she's like writing a rough draft over and over and over again. And this can be considered some sort of contract, right? Whether it's a soul contract or an idea or something that you've been thinking about or something that you've been running through your mind, or maybe you're actually, you know, writing drafts of something, maybe a message, an email, whatever it may be. And see how she's like, you know, crinkling up all these old drafts and she's trying to get it perfect. Well, it seems like you're like, you know what? I don't need to do it perfect anymore. And instead, it's like you've thrown that into the fire and have been reborn again as the Phoenix. So it definitely feels like you're, you know, you're very much in your sister sign energy of Scorpio. So it seems like you are using a lot of scorpionic power right now, which is the power of transformation and alchemy in your life with these 2 10s. And you're no longer sort of getting stuck in the rough draft era. It's like you're going to do it no matter what. Again, it feels like you're doing things a whole different way. And, you know, again, the Phoenix is here, right? That's very scorpionic energy, rising like the Phoenix. And so there is this era of transformation, but it's purposeful, right? Some people have to transform because of like tower moments, or, you know, they wait for things to happen to them. But instead, it looks like you are the one who is deciding to birth anew from your own ashes. So it definitely feels like you're taking control of your life here, Taurus. Let's see what's the light energy. Okay, it wanted to go right to the clarity energy. We have Clink, call for backup. So it does seem like you are wanting some clarity on backup energy. You might be working with the angels because it did go to the my shell angel wings, or perhaps the mermaids. But this is the gear Pokemon. So I feel like you've kicked into gear, but you do want some help. You are calling for backup. And again, 10s usually indicate you and another person, whether it's, you know, like a spirit guide that you're working with or an actual like partnership. But again, steel type represents protecting your energy. So it feels like you understand that the way to protect your energy is to have support from someone or something else. It says the 2 mini gears that compose this Pokemon are closer than twins. They mesh well only with each other. Yeah, so for some of you, there could be some twin flame stuff going on, but you may just be calling in like a partnership where it's like that, you know, where you work well together, you work perfectly together, basically, right? It's like, the thing about Cling is they're by themselves and they repel other mini gears until they find their perfect match, and then they're sort of electromagnetically locked together. So it seems like you are really looking for that perfect person here, if you don't have them already. Let's see what's the shadow. We have Zekrom using white thunder. So going right to clank. So, you know, this is definitely stormy energy. It's kind of giving me Thor energy. Of if it's like, you know, you're calling for backup and what's coming, it might be like a storm that's coming. It kind of reminds me of the, I have some cards that say like fairy wind, and I always take it that it's like a wind of new soulmates that are coming, bringing in a lot of different soul contracts. And it's like, you know, you sort of need to be discerning of which ones you sort of want to connect with and which you don't, because there's just like so many coming towards you that you can just sort of like say no and tell the universe to bring someone better. So that's the energy I'm getting here with White Thunder. Zekrom is the deep black Pokemon, but it is White Thunder. So it does seem like in the shadow, you know, in the deepest dark, there is, you know, White Thunder. So it's like there's a lot of light going into the shadow. So it seems like you've been doing your shadow work, a lot of very balancing energy here. It says, concealing itself in lightning clouds, it flies throughout the Unova region. It creates electricity in its tail. So it's talking about concealing itself in the lightning clouds. Again, this is definitely giving me Thor energy, Jupiter energy. But it's also talking about creating electricity in its tail. And anytime tails get brought up, it's always, you know, tales that you're talking about of the past, right? Stories that you're telling yourself. So the electricity of the situation, right, which is of course the solar plexus energy, and also, you know, right, what stories you're telling yourself that are running through the electromagnetic energy of your nervous system is right? Those tails are generating the electrical magnetic impulses that are going through your body. And that is determining, you know, if you have, you know, connected with the perfect clink for you that are closer to twins, or if you are still in a situation where you're repelling mini gears that aren't good for you. So it may be different for everyone, but it really depends on the stories that you're telling yourself. But again, it does seem like a lot of the stories you're telling yourself are very transformative. And again, you're out of this rough draft energy. All right, let's see here. Let's see what your goal is. I knew it. I was almost going to say, I bet the Lovers comes out. Boom, Lovers. And here they are in a for sale. You know, it's like they're buying their house. So, you know, these lovers aren't lovers that had just met. These are lovers getting ready for the next stage, which is getting their own house, buying a house and things like that. So it definitely looks like whether, you know, again, some of you may already have that relationship. If you don't, then clearly your goal is to find someone that you will you know, build a home and a house with. But for those of you who are already in a relationship, again, it seems like the next level of physical investment together. And with the 8 of Chalices in reverse, this is something that you're recognizing an emotional cycle will be broken, which maybe, you know, maybe you never got to this level of commitment with someone before. And I'm also getting there's part of it where you're understanding that the answers or whatever it is isn't going to be something that you find in a book. It's kind of this energy of like, there's no right way to do it. You know, there's no right way to take this next step. It really depends on the best way for you and the person that you're doing it with. Let's see what's the light energy here. Swadloon using Trip Over and Seed Bomb. So some of you may be wanting to have children with Swadloon. This is like swaddling energy. With Trip Over and Seed Bomb, there could, you know, your heart might be sort of tripping over the situation of like, you know, do we want to, you know, make this investment, or maybe do we want to have children? There's definitely this sort of energy of the next step, and whether that includes children or things like that. And Seed Bomb, I'm definitely feeling this energy of like, there are a lot of new beginnings that you can have, right? It's like, basically you could take seed money, let's say, and put it in a new business or a new house, or plant a seed, you know, within one another and grow a child, or, you know, plant seeds, right? There are like so many different opportunities for new growth here. And again, part of it is there's no perfect right way to do it. You may be wanting to figure it out, but it seems like the goal here is to do it the way that's best for you and this other person. It says it protects itself from the cold by wrapping up in leaves. It stays on the moves, eating leaves in forest. So it seems like you may want to be moving somewhere where it's a little bit warmer, or understanding how to sort of protect yourself against the cold. So that can be, you know, when things are, you know, maybe if things go a little bit cold in the relationship, or maybe if you want to take time off during the winter or something like that. It definitely feels like a preparing ahead type energy here. And it's also talking about staying on the move and eating leaves. So again, it does feel like you are taking your physical health a bit more seriously. You may be getting your greens in, getting your steps in type energy. Let's see what's the shadow here. Coming out stuck and hiding is Happiny. Another baby. So this is a baby Pokemon. So yeah, I definitely feel that there are some children energy, whether it's like a fur baby or, you know, a human baby that you want to create. There's definitely a lot of, you know, baby and child energy here as part of this next step here. And we have Playhouse Heal. So if you're not actually considering having children, or children aren't involved, then likely it's sort of, you know, it's like healing your inner infant almost, of being so vulnerable, of allowing someone else to sort of, you know, meet your needs and help you, and understanding that this next step isn't meant to be taken alone, right? You have to be a certain level of vulnerable, like a baby, right? Which is pure vulnerability, in order to allow this next stage to take place. So part of that may be healing that inner infant, and, you know, healing Playhouse, right? It's like, so you're healing through being together in a new environment. And again, I do feel like for a lot of you, it is sort of investing in or purchasing a home or something like that. It says, usually it's well behaved, but if you take its round rock away, it will cry and fuss and throw a big old tantrum. So again, we saw that at the beginning, right? With the Ace of Pentacles, right? It was a person who was grabbing that stone, right? That rock. So it feels like the Ace of Pentacles, right? You are getting that Ace of Pentacles, which again could be a gift of money or something like that. And it seems like if that's taken away, which again is sort of the seed money or foundation money, there could be a little bit of a tantrum. So I feel like you really want this to happen. And if it doesn't happen, you know, you might put a bit of a fuss up, which is totally understandable, because obviously, you know, you want for this to happen. You want to be, you know, happy. All right, let's see what the romance angels want to say to bring us into the extended. So the extended link is in the description box below. It is available for Eagle and Phoenix members. If you're not already a member, you can do so by checking out the menu on my website and going to plans and subscriptions. And you get access to this extended and all extended. So you can watch your sun, moon, rising, and so on. We have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So besides the romance, whatever this next step is as well, which seems to be everything, the house, the kids, you know, the healing, all of it. And again, this isn't an answer you're going to find in a book. This is an answer you find through actually like moving and doing things. Positive affirmations and thinking and faith are going to help you. You need to make sure that you stay optimistic, even if there is adversity, even if there, you know, was a breakup perhaps for some of you. You know, staying optimistic about your love life and these changes is going to be very important. I'm getting there's one more that wants to come out. Ooh, engagement. Okay. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. You know, for some of you, it's buying a house. For some of you, it's finding a partner. For some of you, it's having a child. Whatever it is ascending to a new level of commitment. And the test is, are you going to stay optimistic or not? So in the extended, we will see how to take your current energy and transmute it into your goal. So if you would like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below.